What's up, people? Good morning to all my celebrities. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I was just uploading some videos on a secret channel. And we've got cinnamon in the bowl, and I have new hamster treats. What's up, 901? Check this out. So these are hamster treats that you literally like put in the microwave and then they pop, I guess. But I feel like I just know they're gonna love this. So I'm gonna go crazy for it. Cinnamon's getting his ball exercise time. Hi. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hey, Lola. Whoa. Whoa. Ah! Woohoo. Look, he still got it. He still got it. Yes. Tell the haters. You hate us because you ain't us. Yes. So I missed out on a lot of drama yesterday. So I know Mackenzie was like on a warpath. The Thorpes are doxing me and my family, which, by the way, being featured in a local news article over a public event that happened doesn't make you a public figure. Even I'm a limited purposes public figure. So I don't know. Some people are confused about the law, which is honestly fine. It makes everything easier on our end. So come on, people, let's go ahead and hit the like button, support the show. Yes. But I'll ask once again, I would appreciate if they stop doxing me and my family and specifically telling people exactly how to get to my house, saying that they're literally gonna come to my house while I'm in California, so on and so forth. That definitely violates it. Dum dum. But you know, I guess fuck around and find out. It was really helpful last time when you made a list of all the times you stalked me and New Haven. That was really great for my lawyer. So maybe you guys can maybe just start documenting it and get overly cocky again to once again fail in court like you have every single time. But anyway, I don't want to be derailed. I know there was like 8,000 like micro dramas stemming from that. But I had my doctor appointment like literally right as I was talking to them, and then I had to go into work. And I had to catch a bus, and I successfully took a bus each way. What did the police say yesterday? They said I need to call back when I didn't have the copy of the restraining order on hand. I know I have it like packed away with like any of these books, but they said to call back today with that, and then I'm uploading some other videos to show about them going after my family. Um, but yeah, it was a pretty brief interaction. They just came and talked to me. Hey, take him away, officer. He's having too much fun in the ball. Yeah, I mean it's illegal. There's laws that protect people, and they have been updating with how people use the internet for harassment. They obviously don't know the definition of doxing either. I did take some screenshots for the confused people. Let's see, where should I start? Isn't he a cutie? So this is what I'm making him. I made like another little edit. But yeah, great episode. Me and Lo, we're so back. Lol Angels is so back. Never end. Um, got this. Mm. Doxing. Doxing is the malicious practice of publicly exposing someone's private or personally identifiable information online without their consent. Derived from the slang of dropping docs documents, the goal is typically to harass, shame, intimidate, or threaten the victim. Home or work address, personal phone numbers and emails, financial details, family members' names and daily schedules, real life names of anonymous users and correspondence. Like people, come on. Anyway, I don't want to be totally derailed by all the shit. Paro, I keep broke up. I, dude, I saw her receipt, and I'm pretty sure someone else actually admitted to doing the phone call thing. I've never done that, never done anything like that. Her receipt was Dalish like a year ago. We were talking, and Mackenzie came up for 1 second, and I was like, yeah, she's a bitch, and she's sexting Paro. So I did talk to Dalish about Mackenzie. I have no recollection of that because I type like thousands of messages a day, but that's not even close. It's not even fucking close. Um, I feel distracted by the singing and Mr. Deadman too. Obviously, another whatever. I'm gonna report your channel for band evasion. Okay, go right ahead, fella. Go right ahead, knock yourself out. Is there a new priest? I don't. It's hard to dox people who live in a vehicle, you know. So, but I've never played that game. I've never done that to Mackenzie. I've never contacted anyone's relatives from anything. And anytime I've involved police, I've always openly stated there's never been any like anything else that I've denied in that regard. Thank you, Jason. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You are so beautiful. But yeah, oh, what I was gonna say is making an offhanded comment to Dalish on Discord a year ago in another conversation where she had brought you up. That's not even close to contacting a husband at their job and doxing. Those are pretty serious accusations. You look like a vampire chick from Blade. She was part strung out chihuahua. I'll take it. I need to go smoke a cigarette. Cinnamon, are you good in the ball? Are you good? Am I gonna the porch? Yeah, it absolutely does feel like home. And I've mastered the bus system. It's so fucking easy. Uh well, I don't want to say too much more, but it is very, very convenient and the timing works out perfectly. So I just leave by like, well, never mind. I shouldn't say it anymore. Too many details. Hey, what's up, Psychic Dashton? How's it going? Michael, Junk. Yesterday was crazy. Ruby knows how to start the content. Dude, nothing even happened. Like, they just keep fucking they're very brazen about it. And like pulling up pictures of my mom and my dead brother. Bruh, it's beyond. It's beyond. And like I said, they're not public figures just because they were in a local news article. And the law explicitly states that, you dum dum. Plus, it's just bad form to start with. Why do that? Thank you, Jay. We try to serve visual. You know, I'm too old, too strung out to do the sloppy look, so I have to really put on the war paint. We've got to do the hair. Who is the doxer? That is the question. I mean, I'm assuming it came from Matt originally, but the Thorpes have been teasing it, shouting out people who they thought had doxed me. They've been incredibly fucking brazen about the whole situation. Literally pulling up pictures of my mom and brother, saying they're going to come to my condo while I'm in California. Like, what? It's insane. It's absolute insanity. But like I said, the more brazen they are, I guess it makes it more clear cut, like in court or whatever. Let me turn up my brightness. I can barely see. But yeah, I didn't catch the content yesterday because my phone died at work. So I was just reading. Well, the Thorpes pull up pictures of my mom, say her name, say the exact means to go about doxing me, say they're coming to my condo while I'm not here. Excuse me? And I'll deal with the Matt situation too by whatever means necessary to get this guy to stop fucking trying to harass my life. Like, there's literally laws against this for a reason. It's absurd. Like, fuck off. Some Vietnam traps. I don't know what that entails. Let me grab my coffee. My very safe ashtray, which needs to be emptied soon, even has a lid, people. I mean, it's still a safer area. Yeah, they're just gonna restream it. That's what they do to everything I do. But I'm surprised they're not like aware of how lacking they are in basic legal knowledge, considering they lose every time they go to court ever. But still, no. Just keep fucking around and finding out. And I guess maybe they just want to be housed in feds and I don't know, fucking know. No, so they're gonna come to my condo while I'm in LA. After doxing my mom, her name, more details about my brother, while also smearing my dead brother's name and saying my mom wanted him to die. It's really repulsive shit. Like, it's beyond normal. Like, I don't know. Anyone who's it's just insane, honestly. Surreal. I just don't get the obsession. Yeah, I'm uploading some of them right now. But the thing is, like, when they pull up like pictures and say my mom's name, I don't want to like redox the information. But it's all on live stream. They film everything. Like, all right, Milo. Sounds good. Caro and Deadman fight was the saddest part. What happened with that? Yeah, you gotta fill me in on the tea, people, because I was not seeing it. I mean, it is an unfortunate practice in Boyd to film yourself peeing and shitting and farting. Like this, yeah, I get why Jeremy's exiting Boyd. That's why no one wants to be here, Jeremy. Okay, it's not just a slang term. We are literally on the bottom of YouTube because even anyone who has a pinch of talent is too fucking mentally ill to make it happen. We're not here by choice, baby boy. Yeah, my mom's not a public figure, and just being in the local news concerning details of my brother's death, I no, look it up. But and also specifically to our restraining order, it talks about them covering me, doxing my family, inciting harassment, and they're live plotting to come to my condo. Like, what boundaries have I crossed? I've never pulled up on them or done anything like that. They restream my every move and smear me. Like, you are in the upside down, my brother. Attack on moral, so then life is takes dramatic action. Just looking at the other chats. What's up, Ed? Fear. My favorite Voldemort. I don't. Was I officially a Voldemort? I think they didn't mind seeing my info because like they could just easily pull up like the crackhead Ruby, and there's validity to that. So I'm a pretty easy person to discredit. If someone's just getting one side and like whatever. But Keem would definitely say my name. But it would always be like in a negative thing or like when they lied about me making fun of their dead dog when I talked to Keem privately about it, just all that absurd stuff. They should just ostracize you from their content again. We saw how much you suffered with your 20 viewers. They can keep the whatever 20 viewers that are from them that watch me sometimes. I would rather have lower numbers and have my family not being harassed and just keep focusing on doing my own thing. And they should try finding out what their thing is because it's bizarre at this point. It's beyond bizarre. The next step is I call them back today once I find the RO. It's just over my house. but it's gotten absurd. They've been restreaming me and talking about my docs, repeatedly saying my full legal name along with my mom's legal name and my brother's legal names, like saying my mom wanted him to die and just disgusting stuff. Like it's just really out there. And the RO covers that and it covers them going after family since they had done that in the past. But, it's I guess we'll wait and see what happens. But I would appreciate if they could just stop doxing my family and me and talking about pulling up on me and coming to my house. And feel free to restream my trips and cope and seethe about how you have not one person to interact or collaborate with. But to get back into the content, going in, what? I've been following lessons before. There's a reason I know Grace. We were in like a similar sphere already. Going in Jeremy's chat, yeah, everyone was worried he was dying. And these are the people I know through streaming. They talk about me, I talk about them. I try to avoid the Thorpe aspect, but they've gone above and beyond every single day to try to get my attention. So here, be fed, suckle. Okay, beacon power. School. Grace literally said it with tears in her eyes, weeping that she loved me and I was the nicest person she had ever met. Blah 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 blah. Um, until Daddy burned the bridge because I saw her face all fucked up from him. Like I don't know, dude. No amount of any like viewers or anything is worth repeatedly having interactions and having them go after my family. It's like not even remotely. They should focus on their own 20 viewers. Like, aren't you supposed to stop talking about them too? No. The restraining order has absolutely zero restrictions on my own speech. And considering they literally make content about me every single day, it's not that crazy for me to respond and say that they've gone too far and violated the restraining order terms. Them saying disgusting stuff I can't see. Well, literally doxing my family, saying they're going to come to my new address, shouting out their own chatters for doxing me, making up a lie to justify it to try to incite more harassment towards me. I mean, I don't know what to say if someone's confused, but it's pretty clear cut. But, that'll be for the judge to determine. So far, two judges agreed with me over them. So we'll see what happens on the third time. The ostrich? What are you talking about? We ended our collab like 2 years ago, and they've been obsessed with my cock ever since. Feel free, please ostracize me again. Don't restream my everything. Don't pull up pictures of my family. Don't constantly smear them. Don't dox them. Yes, please give me all that ostracization, whatever. All right, let's do the popcorn treat. The lesser. Are you new? I can't. I actually can't. That is so funny. All right. Let's get into our so it comes like this. It's kind of like I got this instead of a crunch treat, but it's on like a similar format. It's on a cup. And then you put it in the microwave and I guess it pops on the outside. If they encourage any harm or action against you, I can see that being an issue. Well, they're doxing my relatives and repeatedly doxing me and telling people how to find my address and saying they're coming here. The RO objectively covers that. It's like quite literally pertains to that kind of shit and them coming and stalking me in person. Like I've never done that to them ever. I tried to make peace so many times. I offered the bitch a free place to stay to get away from her obviously abusive dad. And that's why I'm public enemy number one. Plus the mommy issues and being sexually obsessed with me, whatever. Right. So I have to just do it in like 15-second increments. All right. Let's go. I mean, I just think it's time for them to move on. But I mean, look at what they do to Courtney, who's been out of the picture and doesn't even make content for like years now. Just weird, petty stuff. I think it just find a way to do content without doing that. All right, that like literally did nothing. I mean, who knows what could happen in the future if she got like some serious help and stop being a brainwashed like weapon for her dad. Or whatever. But I pray for both of them genuinely. It's just this like father daughter incestuous couple. Um, they're called the Thorpes, and they've been obsessed with my dick for years since I tried to end the club. And I guess I was the highlight of their entire careers to just keep coming for my dick. Even coming for Cinnamon, threatening Cinnamon's life, talking, body shaming him. Hi, hi. All right, this is like, woo! Okay, that went how it went. All right, well, I'll get. Oh, okay. I know. I don't know why I thought it was gonna like more stay on this. Um, I'm wondering where I should give it to Cinnamon. Cinnamon's fine just being out because he's not that fast, really. Maybe I'll do it over here. I thought I just vacuumed. I think you wrap it all together. They're just too dumb to stick with what would be considered free speech. What do you mean I wrap it all together? Was that supposed to do that? I don't know. Maybe. Whatever. I mean, I didn't know you could just put it on the cob like that. Probably not the most efficient, but it's good for them to chew like the hard ones too. Because otherwise, much like a puffer fish, you would have to like trim their teeth like periodically. Uh oh. No. All right. I guess I could just feed him in the kitchen, which is like not set up at all. Here, baby. I want to get his live moments of it. I'm a stage mom for my hamsters. Hey. You were getting a lot of exercise. You're getting a lot of exercise. Great job. Now you have a treat. Yes. So to be- Did you you just got so much exercise? This is Cinnamon for the people who don't know. He's my male Syrian hamster. He's about a year old. I just made him some popcorn treats and look at him sniffing around. Are you hungry? Okay. Woo! Are you ready? Look. He's not gonna eat out here. So stimulated. It's okay. I'll put it in your cage. He's like weird like me. He doesn't want to eat on camera. Do you have an eating disorder, baby? I see you hiding food. I see you hiding food. You need a cooking show once a week? Well, actually, I might do a little cooking action today for this group because well, I was either gonna make what do I have? Oh, like a zucchini and chickpea pasta. Yeah, I'm a great cook, as you can see. All right, let's try this again. Were you in the craft? No, but I definitely would like to have that visual. Cynthia's out. Cinnamon's also like nocturnal, so maybe he's just like not in the mood for it. Here, I'll put a little Couple pieces in here. I'll bring some more popcorn out in a moment. Let Cynthia go at this. Cynthia, I don't know what her like sleep thing is, but she's often like up and about during the day. I got a treat for you. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at look at her little hair. I could watch her eat like all day. Hit the like if you enjoy Cynthia. She's a superstar. And so is Cinnamon, but he was just running around for a while. Maybe he's like disoriented. Hi. Oh, you wanna come say hi to the camera? Okay. Okay. Woo! I guess it's for the best I didn't get that mouse. Because yeah, it would have been like I don't know if they're you can really like hold them like you can with a hamster. But just knowing it's like it's gonna be snake food, add those cute little spots on it, like woohoo. All right, enjoy your popcorn treat. And I'll just go give Cinnamon the like popped ones. Duh. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of life experience or knowledge. It's unfortunate. Mm. Oh, see, he's a private eater. All right. I knew Cinnamon is such an eater. I knew he'd like this shit. You just didn't want people to know you eat like that. Like, dude, it's on video. Like, they already know you indulge. It's okay. Just pretend the camera isn't there. Okay, sweetie? That a boy. Yes. Yes. The hand more, hand more. This is the popcorn POV. Good boy. You love popcorn. I have a feeling that you would love it. You love popcorn. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You don't even need to hide it or whatever you do. Cinnamon, can you believe I almost bought a mouse yesterday? Like, isn't he the best? Cinnamon's the OG, okay? I know Cynthia's like the new hip one, but Cinnamon runs this joint. And he's the king of celebrity pets, be real. Not the pet having. Yeah, it's very telling that they like can't understand people having any care for like animals and the amount of like fantasies they have about like just murdering hamsters. But they actually like you can tell if a pet doesn't like their food 100%. That's not like an absolute with a hamster. It's called like some foods they run up and are like, give me the other foods, they're like, seriously? This? Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should put some aside because this will be a lot for them, actually. Simonoji is a beef flavor. Pretty much, yeah. That's great. Flavor name. All right, let me put these in something and then go out for another cigarette. Oh, I have like a Tupperware. Boom. The old me would have just left it, but I'm the new me, okay? I am now a new individual. Trying so hard not to focus on stuff. Hey, 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 yeah. Do what I say. This was not. I don't know why. I literally like thought it was just gonna like pop and stay on the thing. That did not happen. Hey, 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 hey. Everyone. Listening what I say. Oh my god. I really got the right. Listen what I say. Stop it. It's taking the whole fucking thing out. You know, it's an ordeal. An ordeal, people. Listen what I say. Listen what I say. Yeah. No. Satisfaction. I can't get no and try. Let me put some water on and I'm gonna boil the rest of this squash. And I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no sadness. I'm doing the Britney Spears version of Rolling Stones. It's crazy how Ben hadn't done one physical activity the whole time I've watched him. I never saw see a video. Hello. Any experienced mods, please help me. I have a question. What is your question? I can't get no satisfaction. I can get no. And I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no, 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 no. Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna cut this and then go for a little cigarette to reward myself for cleaning and cooking. New habits instilled every day, getting into the new flow. The old stuff is gas to go. Pod, I'm a fresh, new, responsible mod. Aren't you automatically modded on your? Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah. Squash it, baby. I can get no satisfaction. I can get no. And I try, and I try, and I try. Hey, what's up, unfinished business? Looks like I missed some craziness yesterday. No, just the Thorpe slacking social skills, doxing my family, saying they're going to come to my condo while I'm in California. Same old shit. Same old shit. What's up with you? Hey, Belle. I'm just making some sweet potato and squash. And I'll either make pasta or like or something. I can't get no. But yeah, and then Mackenzie was like losing her mind and just like straight up, people are just making shit up, saying I doxed her and called her family. I've never done anything like that. And her receipts was an offhanded comment when Dalish was like, "Yeah, Mackenzie's been coming at me," and I was like, "Yeah, she's a bitch. She's obsessed with Grace and sexting Hurricane Paro." But that's not contacting her Shasta whatsoever. I don't even remember that. It was like a brief conversation, like a long time ago. Kenzie was run through the mud. Really, what happened? I don't. I haven't watched Deadman in a while. I had like a semi-friendly interaction with him on X, so I struggle to stay mad at people, and seems like he's wised up on the like Matt situation and whatever. So, as a fellow Antifa member, we do have to have solidarity. That's just the rules of Antifa and Homeland Security. So it is what it is, yeah. And it is what it is. You're an it. I am super tough. I'm not. I'm a fragile little bitch. I just happen to be young, skinny, and rich. Did someone really call her husband? Must have been seeing you were able. Yeah, 100% never happened. I would never do anything like that. And I have no record of ever doing anything like that, let alone to random chatter. Bruh. And I highly doubt it was Ava. The only gay ops Ava ever did was on Ben after he like tucked her hair or whatever. But I, it's absolutely false. Well, I heard someone else admitted it anyway, so I'm once again vindicated. But I don't think anyone. I don't know. I don't think anyone believed it. I don't even think the source believe it. They just are want to pass on any negative rumor about me. All right. Let me just put the fucking vegetables in. See my amazing boiling vegetable skills again. You put them in water, and then it boils. I can't get no. All right, I'm just gonna put a little butter and seasoning in. It's right. I can't no. Really, where's the Andrew Wilson? I need to open this shit. All right. Come on. Oops, sorry. There we go. All right, sorry that took forever. Sorry, I've been ignoring your chat. Gonna put it on like a medium low boil for like I just hit 17 minutes, but I'll probably check on it before then. But voiced. Is this my good, babe? Yeah. It's time to reward ourselves for accomplishing basic activities with a cigarette. Say whatever works, right? Are my cigarettes out there, bro? Because the potatoes absorb some of the butter, so it makes it have like a nice softer taste. I don't know. It's not uncommon to like cook things with like, I don't have any other like oils right now, but you never put like oil in like water with like pasta or like any vegetables? Is that crazy? I feel like I've seen people do that. Here you go. So sticky. Oh, my cigarettes are in fact out here. Got it. Got it. Got it. Help a new mod? What are you talking about? We catch up on chat. Hey, Gobbledy. It was wild. Apparently, Mackenzie leveled the exact accusation against Fed Up and recycled it against Ruby. Paro went up on panel, was yelling Fed Up's government. Bro, why can't anyone just like respect basic online etiquette? Don't dox, don't go after family. Like, it's come on now. Yeah, the place is awesome. It's very peaceful. Hey, Cal, what's up, bitch? Dude, I think it's honestly best that you guys went to that park without me because I am terrified of big rides. I would not. I mean, I guess I could be like a camera person. Part of me does kind of want to go to Universal Studios, but I don't. California is huge. I'm from a small state, so I can hardly conceptualize like how far away certain things are. Arrests or no? No, I have to call them back when I find a copy of the order, and I'm uploading some more videos. But they like sent someone out to dispatch. I was like, right as the time my doctor appointment's happening, and I like summarized the situation, but I didn't have a copy of it, and he wasn't like at his desk to look it up. So it's a little more complicated than that, tedious, annoying. I wish they would just stop doxing me and my family would be just lit. And that goes for anyone else doing that too, whether it's their chatters, whether it's Matt, like, the heck? Devil says, I'm sorry you're dealing with this traumatic nonsense as well. Who knew there were so many occupational hazards to streaming? Like, it seems extra, honestly, but people refuse to act normal. Nothing happened yesterday. I have to call them back today when I find the copy of it and can give them more context. Wait, that wasn't content? You called the cops again? What happened? No, I didn't call the cops again. It was just yesterday. Nothing I do is for content or scripted ever. I've never done that. These people actually are doxing pictures of my mom, her full legal name, telling people how to find my condo, literally saying they plan on coming here while I'm in California. Like, it's it's absurd. And my mom's not a public figure. Being featured in a local news article is not being a public figure at all. Even me putting my whole life out there, I'm still a limited purposes public figure. You know, it's the law is pretty clear about the differences. Yeah, no, they were like pulling a picture of my mom, and it was a picture from during like our court case. My brother was killed, and they were found criminally absolutely negligent. One guy was charged with the assault, and it resulted in a settlement. It's not easy to go up against the state, you know? Also, the settlement wasn't taxpayers, it's from their insurance companies. Like, there was a guy who broke his back in a New Haven police car, got $10 million. My brother's life was ended. Like, anyway, I don't even want to indulge in talking about it because they lived to see me suffer. Are any of these issues normal online? Cause It all seems insane. I have never had this issue with anyone, but well, actually, no, it's been a couple of people. It's been Matt, Thorpe, Sea Dog, people who just refuse to end interaction, refuse to stop stalking and harassing, like utterly insane. I've never done that to anyone. I don't even understand the mindset. I guess so, gamer. Like, oh my god, hummingbird. But yeah, I'll keep people posted on what happens today. Well, I have to go into work at 4. YouTube Live doesn't allow smoking. I've never heard that. I smoke all the time on YouTube Live, so honestly, if that's a rule, that would probably be better for me to help me reduce my smoking more. Galvanic says, yes, as much as I dislike Jeremy, I feel Snafu harassing his family is out of bounds of civility. 100%. Same. 100%. And people just like calling the cops on him randomly. It's not cool. The common denominator is you, Ruby. I've had dozens and dozens of online interactions that do not end that way. But I don't know why people get this obsessed with my cock. Like, too many. What? I tried to help a bitch out. And when you're an internet person, there are people who get parasocially attached and then hate you if you don't reciprocate the feelings. That's just part, especially of being like a woman online. I thought I should be aged out of that demographic, but I still have these issues. And if it crosses into being illegal, I'll take actions to protect myself as a woman who lives alone and has been stalked and harassed by a fucking 7-foot psychopath and his bulldog fucking crazy bitch daughter. Like, he's so for real. And I have tons of positive interactions online. Like, this is not, I made a bad judgment call with my first collab, really. Matt had a dream about me and saw me on the kill stream. Has been obsessed ever since. But I mean, people can just wait to see once again. But so far, the judges have been quite reasonable when it comes to these people. I milked Matt for content. Oh my gosh. I love how these people just nonstop restream me, comment on me, dox me, threaten my family, dox my family. But me saying like that sucks is milking it for content. Like, actually, I just talk about my life openly. Like, if I loved it, I wouldn't do the thing I hate the most, which is filing documents and dealing with police and going into the court system. I thought we were over that, but they can't seem to stay within the bounds of the law, you know? All right, check my veggies. What is my BS, Milo? Like, can you be specific? Like, whose puppy did I kill? I'm genuinely curious. Like, I've had some obsessed hate fans. It happens. Like, it's unfortunate, but it does absolutely happen. Oops. Check my veggies. But anyway, I don't want to just talk about this all day because they live for that and are just, it's just so fucking annoying, honestly. Okay. All right, this needs to be like 12 now. Ooh, but I know that. I should get some to. Got some almond butter. It's pretty cheap at Trader Joe's. Some finished. Every one. Schizophrenic people around here is pretty big. Yeah, there's a lot of that. It's unfortunately this is like at the norm online. There is just like a lot of that kind of stuff, and as a smaller streamer, I can see it, and I don't feel like um it's confusing to me how there's like so many, but I mean, this is not so many. They're just very vocal. So mix it up. But yeah, like people like Snafu, and it's like if you do something that disappoints them, it's like kind of like a BPD thing. Like you cross me, now I need to destroy you by any means. There's like no boundaries of what they won't do because people feel emboldened online, and it took a while for the law to catch up. You know, as unfortunately it's fairly normal. Plus, I entered into the log house space, which it like has tons of that, and not just like the show. I just mean in general. My first debate was on the kill stream. I've always been down to talk to pretty much anyone, but that does come with its downsides. Yeah, what's wrong with me being trans? I do have a dick, and everyone's fucking obsessed with it. Mm. Usually these are like $15 for almond butter. This is like $6.99. Really not bad. Still a lot more than peanut butter, but mm, I don't know. Good protein, fiber. It's like totally separated though with the natural stuff. You like mix it up like crazy. What's up, chaotic, negative Montero? Yeah, I know it's so manic to eat fruit that that would seem unusual to someone like you. I feel like my personality is just manic. I just have like that's just a feature of my personality. When am I not? Like I guess when I'm like low energy, I'm not as online as much, but I'm pretty consistent. It's so much better than regular peanut butter. Mm, got it like everywhere though. It's just high energy, which is a good thing. I'm an enthusiastic participant of life. Thank you, false god. Yeah, no, I know I have the copy and I know I have screenshots. It's just like I have thousands of screenshots and everything is like still packed up. Mm. Oh yeah, he thankfully stopped once the RO was served. Mm, 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 mm. Just having some almond butter. Have you ever tried that dancing? It's so fucking good. I know. I was like rushing through the whole process yesterday because I had to like get to work and I had my doctor appointment, so I didn't like go through all my shit to find it. But I'm gonna try to do that today before work. Mm. 7 grams of protein. Let's go. Yeah, I'll give some with a little. They're gonna go wild for this. It's not lawfare to report when someone breaks a restraining order, doxes me and my family. It talks about coming to my condo after I get a restraining order. That's more on them. They could feel free to like not behave like that, and there wouldn't be these issues, you know. Cynthia, something you might love. I don't know where she went. She might be asleep. No, that's not her. All right, I'll just leave it there. You're in for a yummy treat. Married to a Pokemon card. Good question. And maybe like another Pokemon card to be like the sister wife. I'm happy for them. Yeah. That's kind of more his speed anyway, you know. All right, I need to get energy drinks too, but I have to wait until this is done cooking. So I'm sitting have another cigarette. I still haven't tried going live on TikTok, but I use it. Their editing program is way better than YouTube, so I do use that. What's my sunglasses? Dude, I'm so sick of these spamming idiots. All right, you had your fun, you ruined it. I know trans. Nobody cares. It's just clogging up the chat. So you can go jerk off to trans people elsewhere because my dick is occupied. Okay. Um, see if there's anything else. It's just it clogs up the chat with stupid shit. I don't even believe these are people. I believe it's bots. Right? But dude, you know this happens because I unbanned everyone. I didn't even go through it. I literally just pushed unban for everyone there because I was like struggling to find one specific username. So I was just like, whatever, I'll just reban the people who are. It's like being at a party and just being like, everyone's having a good time, chatting, there's conversation, and then like one person comes in and starts screaming and pushing people and like throwing insults and acting insane, and you're like, hey dude, can you chill? And they're like, no. And you're like, all right, can you like not be at this party, maybe go elsewhere? And then like, no, my free speech, look, hug bucks. Not really. Trans bots, I think so, yeah. I get that, and like you look like this member from this K-pop group. Every vertical, yeah. I see it. It's like not specific to me. It's just YouTube verticals. So I have a feeling it's some kind of like bot, and it's just like to be annoying and maybe boost traffic because it caused like a negative emotion. Uh oh, look who found the apple. Look who found the apple. Oh, but you still want to play more. You found it. Great job, Cynthia. Do you like it? No spamming, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a vertical thing. Like, sorry, this is the most convenient way to hold my phone. Like, it's like impossible to read chat when it's on horizontal. It's already hard on vertical though with all the fucking spam. So maybe I'll try horizontal again. But you can see like 2 comments at a time on horizontal. It's just not. It's not it. Oh, look, you had some of your thingy. You got. Yeah, look at. You liked it. You had some of it. Oh, who's got peanut butter on their hand? Uh, she's trying to lick it off. Definitely had peanut butter on the hand. Montero, we've seen your camera work too, okay? Hey, what's up? What's up, people? Sorry, it's like at least I work the angles. Like, come on now. Look who's got peanut butter or almond butter on your hands. And you still just want to play. You still just want to play. Bro, I'm getting all these annoying fucking trolls. Hi. I mean, not surprising. Not surprising. All right, I'm gonna have another cigarette, rinse that out or drain it, whatever, and then go get like an energy thing. Junk, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay? I've had enough scandals of that nature. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. Like, that's old news, buddy. I am Rose. I adore it. And also, I've totally mastered the bus system. It's incredibly convenient and fast. And I enjoy being on the bus and just having some time to just sit or like read on my phone or, and even better, it literally forces me to be at work on time. It literally forces it, because if I don't catch the bus, like, I miss the bus, and there's, like, basically a penalty fee of, like, paying for an Uber, so but it comes pretty regularly, so even if I miss one, I could get the next one and only be, like, 20 minutes late, but there's one that gets there, like, right perfectly on time. Cambridge didn't need to repeat that, I know. Yeah, sometimes people in chat, they just accidentally kind of, like, draw more attention to something, which is fine. I saw it. They were removed, okay. Hey, what's up, Doge? I know, I need to get my license. I'm going to get my ID renewed, and I don't know, I've just been focusing on not getting my license. Okay. It's annoying. It's tedious. I don't need it, you know? I know people think I moved out and it's like the middle of nowhere, but like not really. Sweet, good. I wondered if you're still walking distance from coffee and normal errands. Yes, 100%. Well, I don't want to say too many specifics just because of already issues. What's up, Paul? How's it going? Tell review would make a good one. Thank you, dancing. I mean, that's a niche take. I mean, I know I tend to level up and care for the creatures that I've gotten, but in like a child, I feel like love draws that out. Like if you are able to like bond correctly or whatever. Um, but I definitely prioritize like love and family and relationships in my life. So I think that I would step up to the plate if something like that happened. But I've also accepted it might not. I'm perfectly fine with that because I enjoy my free time, bitch. I really do. I like being young, skinny, and rich, bitch. Also, I can't imagine the constant worrying. Like, I'm already like feeling doom just at the thought of Cinnamon dying. I'm like, I'm gonna wake up one day and he's not gonna be alive. I do not take that stuff well, you know? So I can't imagine like worrying about a kid all the time. I mean, yeah. But I'll take better care of my pets than myself, honestly. I've always gone all out for the critters. And they do appreciate it. Like they're conscious beings experiencing life. They have taste buds, okay? Like consciousness, it's like there's different levels to it, okay? And the upper end of animals, you have like whales, um, apes, even dogs. Dogs can be just straight up employed. Ice Taser, bitch, I'm gonna mod you because you are a mod of my life, my future wife. What is good? You should get a bike in the meantime. True. Yeah, a bike would definitely be fun, but well, I can't elaborate too much on like locations of certain things, but even though I know it's been out there and there's certain other streamers who are describing in detail exactly how to find where I live. Oh my god, bald eagle. Oh fuck, I don't think you're gonna be able to. No, wait, no, that's oh shit. Oh, I'm filming myself. Is that a bald eagle or is that a seagull? No, it's like a oh, it might be an osprey. I don't fucking know. I'm not. I'm pretty new to birding. And people just fuck off. Don't talk about like my relatives who aren't streamers and aren't public figures. Being in the local news once or twice is not a public figure. That is the law. All right, let's go check out my veggies. But yeah, mods, you can ban anyone who's being like weird about like my family stuff. There's no reason for me to tolerate that, man. Chat. It's fucking psycho. It is so mental. I guess I put like a ton of water. Like sucking. I guess to turn it all the way up. I had it like on fairly low. It's taking fucking forever, dude. That was not. Whatever. I'm just gonna put it full blast. Mm. Oh, it tastes good with the curry. Jeremy Strick Eagle. I also have an eagle hat. I live to do Jeremy cosplay. Can't put it on over in my head right now. But dude, I want these veggies to be done so I can go to the fucking store. Actually, I think I can do both, honestly. I can just put it on low. No, I shouldn't leave. I could literally just turn it off and then restart. Mm, let's just have patience. Is why I have issues. These kinds of thoughts. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was an osprey. Okay. Let me find. Where's my cup, dude? This is why we're at like a fanny bag living inside sometimes. Because I will misplace everything. I literally don't know where my thing is. Body tea though. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm definitely healthier just making my own food. And then on top of that, just I not like a big time eater anyway. But I don't know, I just happen to enjoy the taste of healthy food. I'm vegan, so those things help. And I'm an active bitch. I love walking around. My body's really physical, or my body, my job's really physical because I'll have to like move like big boxes of books or we're filing like up high. Don't leave the cooker on while not home at Firehouse. True, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Even though it's like super close where I'm going. I'm just gonna wait for it for like another 5 minutes. See, even when I'm inside, I like pacing around. Especially I just like walking and talking. This is my therapy. Pretty sure Jared just yells it like it's all right, I'll have to work on my impersonations of him. We are elevated and so bright. I'm gonna get like little book stoppers here so that I could just like be in the middle. I like books being around too because it actually like absorbs some of the sound. Like if you have big bookshelves, which still have to be built over here. I used to love like fucked up memoirs. This is about how insane it is that we house the mentally ill in jail. How tragic outcomes of that. Philosophy I can't. I've barely flipped through this. I mean, obviously he has like great ideas, but he's not like one of my top like most readable philosophers. Oh, maybe I need to read this. The Beautiful and the Sublime. something before more lowbrow. Oh, I haven't read this, but I was curious about Zizek, and I was like getting so many kind of like more right wing Christian like philosophy. Like it's like I should switch it up a little, not get too like consumed by one end of things. And plus, it seemed like a cool concept. Using history, philosophy, books, and movies, Lysanian psychiatry and jokes, Slavoj Zizek examines the way we perceive and misperceive violence, drawn from his unique cultural vision. I've always kind of liked him because he was like on the left, but like not super into identity politics and not afraid to like go against the group. Fear thy neighbor, as they say. Oh, let's do like a little religious thing. My female Bible. I love Psalm 51 is such bars. Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion. Blot out my transgressions, wash away all my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions and my sin is always before me. Against you, you only have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight, so that you're proved right when you speak and justified when you judge. Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Surely you desire truth in the inner parts. You teach me wisdom in the inmost place. That's kind of like the language that St. John of the Cross uses when he talks about. Uh, I forget the name. Man, man poem is popular. Sounds like flame. Made of the soul. Is that what it is? No, or is it just- I don't, whatever. Surely you desire truth in the innermost parts. Cleanse me with hyssop and I will be clean. Wash me and I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the boins. Dude, I was doing so good reading too. Fuck. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones you've crushed rejoice. I always heavily relate to like Bible verses that talk about just like pain in your bones because it's talking about like this most like inner experience of pain, but just using the bones even partially as metaphor, but also just like quite literally, like my bones often hurt. Like, so that personally hits for me, which is like one of the few mild withdrawal symptoms I get from tapering off cooking. But it's fairly mild. I think it's mostly the Lyme disease, like residual joint, whatever. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I'll be whiter than snow. Let me, oh, I already did that. Hide your face from my sins and blot out my iniquity. Create in me a new heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit in me, please. I pray every day for a heart, mind, and soul that's more like Christ and less like me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Then I will teach your transgressors your ways, and sinners will turn back to you. Save me from blood guilt, O God. The God who saves my tongue will sing of your righteousness. Lord, open my lips, and my mouth will declare praise. You do not delight in sacrifice, or I would bring it. You do not take pleasure in burnt offerings. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O God, you will not despise. In your good pleasure, make Zion prosper and build up the walls of Jerusalem. Then there will be religious sacrifices, whole burnt offerings, and then bulls will be offered at your altar. Hey, what's up, Ghost of Nicolay? Dr. Mommy says Courtney killed Kurt. I I've always been a defender of Courtney. Like, I'll believe the evidence because I feel like I had to choose one band. Yes, I like more. Nirvana has a bigger, better discography than Hole. Or I don't know if bigger necessarily, but objectively better. Like Nirvana has album after album after album after album right up to the end that are all really good. Hole, I like, like the first two albums maybe, but beyond that, it doesn't really hold a candle to Nirvana. So I just want to know the truth, but at the same time, I think she had her like own mental health stuff, and that's why it seems kind of plausible. A lot of artists have like serious mental health issues. It's they say the veil is thinner between heaven and hell for them. So you'll see like brilliant artists be like very tormented, but in a way that can like produce better art. It's like he's singing about his pain and his experience, using poetry and music to like convey and allow other people to get like a perspective on his consciousness and his experience in life. And it's music is really like magic. Why do you boast of evil, you mighty man? Why do you boast all day, you who are a disgrace in the eyes of God? Your tongue plots destruction. It is sharpened razor, you who practice deceit. You love evil rather than good, falsehood rather than speaking the truth. Amen. You love every harmful word of facts, you deceitful tongue. Surely God will bring you down to everlasting ruin. He will snatch you up and tear you down from your tent. He will uproot you from the land of the living. See, that's one part I don't, even like with my craziest ops, I ultimately would like to see them healed and able to function and maximize their, potential in this world that God created them to do. It's just the like doing evil and harm and stuff without any, second thought or change of behavior that needs to be disassociated with. But I don't like the whole like I still struggle with the concept of hell and like because people who hurt people are generally like abused first. It's like a vicious cycle of like victims becoming abusers and so on and so forth. It just continues. And it's hard to break out of that. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt, their ways are vile, and there is no one who does good. God looks down from heaven at the sons of men to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God, and everyone has turned away. They have together become corrupt. There's not even one who does good, not even one. A lot of these, they're like lamentation. But yeah, he was going through it. But it's very, relatable. And for me, it like definitely gives comfort when I'm feeling like slandered or misunderstood or like attacked or something. But even still, I don't fuck with the like, oh, I want like major punishment. Like, I just want it to stop. I'm not really a vengeful person. All right, later dancing. Hopefully this is done. I like didn't let this boil enough at first. Hell exists for me. It's a physical, yeah, separation, isolation of God. It's just the idea of like permanence. I struggle with. It's terrifying. I mean, it's terrifying to think of what the true nature of reality actually exists as, since we're only seeing a sliver of it. You know, like I believe like the Christian like tenets about like heaven and hell, but I still just struggle conceptually with it, and like I find myself feeling bad for people who do bad things because I'm like, well, what happened to them to make them like that? Mm, yummy. I'm try to make sure those are done. But yeah, this is obviously like my go-to easy meals to make and easy and healthy. Very nutritious. Mm, I need to find my tripod. I'm just so sick of moving oriented activities. I don't want to deal with unpacking anymore or setting up any more furniture. I don't do it. I do it. I got a strainer those. Let's go. Movie. Yes. Oh, SSSRP8 RP8PI. What is good? Oops. Think you should read Dune. The new movie comes out this year, by the way. Well, actually, I've enjoyed the movie, especially the original one, but I haven't read the book. I've always had like a strong orientation towards nonfiction for some reason. But I've been trying to challenge myself more because it's kind of embarrassing. It's like ask me about any aisle in the bookstore, but I like, if people ask for recommendations for like fiction, I'm like these it's just I just had this idea like there's so much in the world that's actually already here that I want to learn about or like learn about the past or whatever. And a lot of it was like a pride thing where I wanted to be able to like, even though like I dropped out of school, I still wanted to be able to like, defend myself in argument. I had a lot of strong opinions and I was very invested in being like a good orator for or debater. I don't really think that I am though. And now I'm not an ideologue anymore. So it's just a little different. But I like to at minimum be able to justify my beliefs in a way that sounds somewhat coherent. So I think that's why I've had that like orientation towards nonfiction. But I've been enjoying like, some like the classically Western authors that like borders on just straight up philosophy. I need to get like an apron. 'Cause I'm like a full on chef. Okay, good. I'll be like drained. All right, now I can go get a freaking energy drink. Mm. I could find a chain smoking boyfriend in a second at the local NA meeting, but I'm not. There's so much I need to fix in my own life. I really don't want to bring anyone else into the chaos. All right, now we can go fucking to the store. I'll be feeling like a mess now. Music takes your soul. So just the art of the deal by Trump. Where Celsius incoming, exactly. It's so much cheaper than the Red Bull. The Red Bull was like it was getting absurd. I remember once I do something, not letting things just build up into the point of insanity. Sorry, I know this is very riveting content. I don't know if I don't do it like immediately, it's just gonna just starts building me off. Comes the issue. So, music and my soul. Right, right, right. Oh my god, Cinnamon ate like all of his popcorn. Melted. So All right. Folks, please double tap for a like. They say it helps channel. I don't know. I think it does. I think any engagement, like even people typing comments, or I think it's just about the interaction. And if you, yeah, the more interaction, the more like, oh, this is someone who can is going to engage or whatever. I think is the idea, not 100%. Music. Um, Angel, any comments, 6 words or more, I believe. Is that the thing? I had no idea. Do Ava or Lois stream anymore? Lo more often than Ava, but they both, they both have like full-time jobs. They don't spend like as much time doing this kind of stuff. But me and Lo at minimum, we're both on the East Coast, so we're talking about doing a meetup in the near future after the California trip. But I was also I have a friend who manages at a certain establishment that's not too far from here and is kind of like another dream job situation. And he said in a couple weeks they might have a position opening that makes like $26 an hour. But I don't want to say like too much more than that, but that would be lit. Just do that part time, bookstore part time, and stream part time. Yeah, it's probably what the no. She cooking. What is she cooking? Just want to put on some lipstick. Yeah. All right. All of my makeup ends up broken. It's like absolutely crazy. It's like it's just a matter of time before I drop it, and it's like fully in pieces, or the lid is off. Like it's always like that. No, it's becoming a mess situation. All right, get me out of here. Let's celebrate. Get me out of here. I just need to grab my cigarettes. Comments about Mackenzie doxing fed up Southern. That's fucked. And also, I've never doxed Mackenzie. I've never contacted her husband. This is all like spin based off of me saying to Dirty Dalish, like joking about her sexting Hurricane Paro like a year ago. That's way different than doxing someone and contacting their relatives. Like, and I have literally no recollection of that conversation, but I don't think it's faked. Like, I believe it. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I need to just stay focusing on the positive and, you know, if things go into the area of breaking law or restraining orders, I just file it and try to move on. But I know people have like questions and stuff. Music makes intro. I think I promised. This wallet is like too big. They had a big fight on panel last night. Whose panel was it? Dude, I'll have to check that out. Mackenzie rarely calls. I'm surprised. But she has a lot. She's like, my name is always in her fucking mouth. Just spreading lies maliciously. I've never ever done anything like that. I have no record of doing anything like that. I've consistently said that that kind of behavior is fucked up, and anyone in my audience who goes IRL on people instantly is banned. Like, I've been crystal clear about it, so it's not even. I don't even think that many people were like, "Oh, this seems real." No. Dude, why is he like a fix for boy? Like, trust me, Jeremy, we all want to leave boy, okay? Exodus, yes, sign me up. Sign me the pick up. The quad. Speaking of, I'll be going on the BYB podcast this Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune into that. I'm not sure what the topic is, but I'm down to talk about whatever. And I feel bad because he's been trying to set something up for a while, but I was, totally sidetracked and overwhelmed by moving because I'm low functioning. I'm guessing Deadman will have it and do commentary. All right. Did he already cover it? Interesting. I'll have to check it out. Wish I have the background view. We'll just have that be our fun little background for today. Hey, what's up, BYB? And yeah, I'm open to talking about that. I'm gonna try to be like, somewhat coy about certain things, but it's all played out very publicly. He is. What do you think about Jesse or Jesse's version? I mean, I overshare online, but that is kind of wild. And I'm not a fan of like, what kind of laws would be appropriate that don't also, negate a woman's right to bodily autonomy. Because then you get to this point where it's like, well, a lot of pregnancies just end in miscarriage or you're going to start seeing it's manslaughter. But definitely, it's not something I would ever do. I think it's really sad. But I've never been pregnant. I don't fucking know. I don't know what it's like to be in that position. Would you go on steel toe? I mean, I'll basically go on anything. I don't know. I've always been pretty much down to talk to anyone. Mackenzie was vicious, unhinged turd. Well, I mean, yeah, pretty insane to just smear like me and Ava for no reason like that and say that. And now you have people like Grace like repeating this idea that we ever doxed her or contacted her husband. It's absolutely false. But people make shit up to justify their own like sadism harassment. It's pretty common with people with this flavor of mental illness. Dude, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm curious what happened. But it's frustrating watching people like say things that are utterly untrue. But this is on a small scale, It bothers me more so when people contact my own family or dox their info. That's super messed up to do to Fed Up though. Like for what reason? I don't even understand the situation. That was a whole new allegation, like fake news Ruby rumor that I had never heard before until yesterday. But there's certain people, like I said, once they feel any kind of like rejection or wounded, no matter how small the slight is, it becomes their personal mission to destroy you. And then they just start getting lost in like fantasies and sadism and, trying to paint someone out to be like the villain of their life and getting other people to be on board with it. It's very documented for personality disorders to be like that. That's a disconnect. Yeah, I absolutely didn't dox myself at all. People looked up the records for the home purchase. Thank you, just. Carl went up and said some crazy stuff. He said he was going to grape Fed Up. Dude, that's the thing. Is like this is why it's boy. Wait, how's it going? Um, there's a kid like running next to him. This is why it's boy. It's too mentally ill to be anything but the bottom of YouTube because any degree of attention gets these kinds of people banned for breaking TOS message. But yeah, when Paro gets the slight could be nothing. Like with Paro, you see, he has his funny moments and charming characteristics or whatever. I do enjoy watching his channel, but he takes things way too far with the threats. He said he wanted to spill my blood and like do all kinds of crazy shit for like over a year because I put him backstage on panel. Like it doesn't take much to get like someone obsessed with hating you. I've come to realize any little thing, and then they just project like a whole fantasy narrative onto you, or you're the villain. It's like interesting from a psychological perspective, but it sucks when it's like directed at you and people you care about who get freaked out and scared by it. I just wish people would keep it online and keep it to people who are actually public figures or even limited purposes public figures like me, and not people who are private figures like my family members. And I'll state once again, a local news article doesn't make someone a public figure, you moron. But we'll see how it plays out. I wonder how he's not called in again yet. Who? It's that, yeah, it's like hate simps. There's like, I mean, it's a big thing, and especially in like log house sectors, is people hate watch. So they already have like that hate and Schadenfreude in them to be like kind of invested in that sector in the first place. And then you become like socially deformed by it because you start interacting with a bunch of other psychotic people online. So things that are highly, highly abnormal start become normalized, and totally insane behavior gets justified by it's just the internet, but it has real life consequences when people can't just stay within the normal bounds of what's reasonable behavior. Like, and some people they'll like split on you. They'll like idealize then devalue, idealize and devalue. Hey, Elsie. But not all people are hate watching a lot of catchphrase facts. Yeah, no, it's definitely not the majority, but it's just a certain kind of like online culture that exists where things are like normalized that are totally abnormal in like most like regular online communities. I just think I don't know. But yeah, it's not people don't only watch like hate counts for like hate. A lot of it's just like curiosity about people who have kind of extreme personalities or lifestyles. That's always going to be interesting to people. And it's real. And we know reality TV is like, so heavily produced that streaming has kind of taken over that slot of people's like morbid curiosity about extreme lives or like strange psychology. But and I've hate watched like the Thorpes before, but it's not a good feeling to sit and stew in hate, when you could have a more positive emotion. And it's not productive. Like if you live your life just looking for things to hate in everyone, you'll find it. And you'll also find yourself struggling to get collaborations, friends, romantic partners, so on and so forth. I believe the account was probably fake, but still Mackenzie. It's her perfect ally. I have no idea. I mean, a couple people have been bragging about having my docs for a while, and hinting at where I live and whatnot. It is what it is, people. I don't know what I'm doing this so like controversial that I need to be taken down like this, except not reciprocating my stalker's psychotic feelings and not wanting to collab anymore with the Thorpes because of the obviously abusive, insane situation that's going on. But oh, crazy. But there's also people with like no lives. They'll not only like impersonate like me or Jeremy or even like the Thorpes, they'll impersonate regular chatters. Like it's all about just causing like confusion, mayhem, emotional reactions. Like that's a bit much. Yeah, but obviously, it's still been worth it to me to continue streaming and having like this kind of like outlet and way of like creating content. It's been enjoyable for me enough that I still do it, but the family stuff does. It super pisses me off. I just hate that it's impacted them in any way. I did not know that was a thing, like going into it. But now I see it's unfortunately common. Hi, how are you? How are you? Good, good. Just set these. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Being in the bag?
Oh no, I got one. Thank you. Great, thank you. Excuse me.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. Thanks. Fancy bodega. Stopped watching the Thorpes when the mom was still around because it was straight up demonic. Yeah. And even if you're watching it, like, as I hate it through a critical lens, it's like, I don't know, it's like absorbing like weird negative energy and like being like very hateful and sick, like normalized. It's, I don't know, it's just like not good to ever engage. You stop judging people by their so-called innocent looks and judge them by their actions. True. Yeah, I would agree with that. But it's not even like I said, I'm not a vengeful person. I just would like for the harassment and doxing of my family and myself to be not a thing that's accepted. And if that's not respected and the law continues to be broken and the RO is broken, I will have to deal with that legally to make it stop. But I refuse to just let it, these people fuck with my family like that. It's gross. Hey, what's up, Melanie? How's it going? Just going back from my little bodega. Made some vegetables. Gonna have that. Nice little apple peanut butter, some popcorn for the hamsters. I agree. She has come to me for no reason because I dare to criticize her. Yeah, there's definitely like a parasocial thing going on there with her and the corpse. But I mean, it's just bizarre. I can't imagine what it's like to be that person. But people do, they get very aggressive and defensive. And if they're encouraged to by the content creators, they are more than willing to fuck with people, dox them. So I'm always crystal clear. Anyone who does that on my behalf is banned. It's not optional. It's not something to do. Even for the worst people in the world, because it just agitates lunatics, makes them feel justified in doing more insane shit. But the stalker is Brady had it before Ruby even moved, and look who's buddying up to him during the last couple months. Yep. Yeah. It's I this is just, I guess, a part of being a content creator. It's freaking ridiculous. But like I said, there are laws to protect from behavior like that. I just don't know how it works like in like America and Canada. It was already annoying as fuck doing the RO between two different states. Like, but she's reading chat right now, punching her. 100%. Who's Tommy Sixpence? They're like an online person. I've had some nice interactions with them, but they're broadly like a troll, so they've been banned from my Discord before. I don't think they're banned in chat right now because I unbanned everyone, but I don't know that much about them. But I heard they were talking about how it was them who did the Mackenzie thing. But who knows? Everyone is just fucking lying and like being crazy. Like everyone's lying, being crazy, doxing each other. Like stop. Dude. Encouraging by creators. Mackenzie was clear she's the boss bitch, calling in Armani for backup and Paro. As much shit as other chatters catch for being quote drunks, blows it out of the water. Facts, dude. That's why I've had her blocked for ages, and she still just like spreads these like nasty rumors about me. Ruby, if you could be a planet, what planet would you be? Um, on like an aesthetic level, I guess like Saturn or Neptune, but on a like supporting of life level, I guess Earth, or like maybe one of the like moons of like Mars or something. One of those ones that has like some water on it. What's it called? There's like a moon. They're like, oh, maybe it's like demons, people. What about you guys? What planet would you be? And I think we're gonna go back and I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and probably end the stream so I can have a little just chillax, hardcore chillax time. Even though like this is a chillax stream, like, but I like to just sometimes be horizontal, turn my brain up, be silent, maybe nap, things that aren't like super good content. Not that this is amazing. I'm just, my life. Just a day in Rubenlandia. Who's got the eye candy? Looking like a different planet. Yeah. You'd be Earth too. Yeah. That was honestly like my first thought. But then I was like, what is that? It feels like I don't know if it's an obvious because people like think of like, oh, other planets, but obviously we're the one that supports the huge swaths of different life forms. Look, there's that fucking not an eagle. It's like a osprey. Like my brain is moving like so slow today. Planet Freddie Mercury. I always forget about those like outer planets like Uranus, Pluto. It's all about the show Star Wars. We're talking Mars. We're talking Saturn. We're talking Neptune. All right. Have you heard of the Big Red Spot? Have you seen the rings? Hello. The police said I have to call back once I find the restraining order so I can show them like the specifics of it because it was filed in New Haven. It's just like a different process. But I just showed them, and at least it's documented that they're breaking it and harassing me. But I should also deal with that. But they've objectively broken it. Like there's no doubt there. They don't really know how the law works, which is why they keep having issues. It's like disconnected for a sec. Do the hooky cookie. But yeah, ideally, I wish they would just fuck off about the whole situation. But they can't find any collaborators or anyone else to like milk and abuse, psychologically torture, since even their own blood relatives want nothing to do with them. But everyone else has mommy and daddy issues. When you literally don't have a speaking relationship with your parents, like, okay. What it's energy drink time. Also, people are like, oh my gosh, you privated the pet stream. It's like, yeah, people said I was flashing my ID and that they could like, they kept bringing up the reflection of my glasses. So I got paranoid and just tweeted that. Not like ashamed that I went to the pet store. Like, dude, there's the conspiracy theories and spin is just wild sometimes. Have a cigarette. I don't think I need anymore. Now that stupid song is stuck in me. Dragonberry. I got a bunch of them. Just taking up them for tomorrow. Exactly like what this year. earth balance. Some, got some seasoning situation. Good, good. Yeah. Well, you do private phone streams to make room for other important streams. That's true too, but it's like people act like it's like I'm hiding something. I'm absolutely not. And plus, it's all being restreamed like 24/7 anyway. But I don't need like a lot of phone streams don't have like great replay values. There's that too. But if I think there's like something that's accidentally like identifiable somewhere, I'll take it down as well. I don't know why people think it's the craziest thing ever. Yummy. I don't know. This food just always hits for me. Oh, sweet potato. Plus nutritious and affordable. Best part of moving into a place for me is hanging up the new more posters. I know. I need to once I'm done setting up the like all the furniture because there's still like a decent amount that needs to be done. That's when I'm gonna start getting pictures. But a lot of my like old flyers it just doesn't fit here. So I'm gonna I don't know get like some more I don't know not punk band flyers or like get them like framed and collaged or something to make it look a little more put together. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Do you once more have some cheese or fish? Oh, not in years. I've like there was a period where I was eating like cheese and sometimes egg, but that's been like years ago at this point. It grosses me out. Like, I don't even know how I ate it then. Never any like fish or like meat though, not since I was a child. True, a Jurassic Park poster would be awesome. They just need to be like bigger and framed because the space is just different. There's more wall space. So I'm gonna hang up like the guitars and get like a couple of just like random like art things. But right now I want to put like the rest of my funding towards like the Cali trip and stuff like that. I want another Jurassic Park. I kind of want to see that new Alien movie too, but I'm more like afraid it's like demonic, propaganda. Disclosure Day, yeah. I mean the flag or the preview looked really good. Mm, 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 mm. You hear it sucked? Eat it out. I want to go to Universal Studios just to do the Jurassic Park ride, honestly. Oh, there was for my cigarette. Like a better spoon for this. Good, okay. Yummy. Mm, I swear I never got to do this. I usually just don't. I mean, I eat it like enough food. It's just usually on stream. It's just okay. I'm silently chewing. Like it's. I don't know. I don't think it's like amazing content. Yo, what's up, Burgess? I'm about to go smoke a ciggy on the porch. I just got my energy drink. I got some food cooked. And I've successfully taken the bus to and fro work, and it works out perfectly. So we're making moves, people. But we're also making moves to the porch. Oh, let's go to the porch, and then I'll pull up on the top. Yeah, let's go. I'm curious about this Kenzie fed up Southern freak out. Oh wait, it's on that person's channel. I don't want to give them attention. Let me know if it's anywhere else that isn't the stalker's channel. Because I don't want them to have the wrong idea. Must be a good time reflecting. Exactly, exactly. It's a lot, and honestly, it's just about the same amount of time as like an Uber would be. So it's just a lot cheaper. Ever consider protein shakes? I love protein shakes. I throw out my smoothie thing that was all fucked up. But I do I like live half off of like protein bars. Oh, I didn't grab where's the whole experience. Have you ever watched the movie Darkness at the Owl's Cupboard? I don't think so. No. Ah, yes, I need a well-earned Siggy moment. But if anyone wants to post the link to the Mackenzie Fed Up Southern thing, I'm curious to see that. I also don't want to like redox anyone's info though, so I'm gonna be careful about it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone who believed that in the first place is absurd. But there's like people who like hate me and think I'm like this crazy like mastermind villain. Um, like I'm too lazy for all that. People, I don't think even like, get it. Rather just chill. I'm not doing all that. Plus, it's unethical, and plus, I've been so clear of discouraging my audience from ever going IRL, ever doxing people. That's so it's forth, and especially not going after family is really some dark shit. Yeah. Oh, I could take a nap out here. It's so nice. What's up, Sean? Car's a good idea. Yeah, but I mean, it's really not that bad taking public transport. It's not that far. But yeah, I definitely. I mean, I want to work on getting my license for a car. But I might be able to afford a car if I get this other job that my friend is the manager at the place. But it's another kind of like honestly like dream job situation. I consider the bookstore a dream job though, so just to keep things I don't know, a job I enjoy where I make enough to live and get by. That's good enough for me. Nice people, good coworkers. The person that did the gaps with on Cookie Kenzie was Cheddar called Tommy Six Spoons in third court. He spilled the beans last night. Did he elaborate anymore on what even happened and why she was blaming me and Ava? Let's go. Thank you so much, Get Crack. Nice. Thank you with the 5 bomb. Super appreciate it. We're just talking about some of the, I guess, drama with Mackenzie and Set Up Southern last night. Um, I was at work, so I didn't catch it, but I'll investigate a bit. I was gonna do it on stream, but I'm worried that if it involves certain channels that I don't really want to accidentally promote or make them think that there's any kind of reciprocated feeling there. Of course, he couldn't speak to the wild claims. He only explained how he did Facebook ops, etc. Why do people feel the need to do this? Like, how are you this invested and have this much time in your hands to like pull all these weird things? But he was bummed that the wrong people were getting blamed. Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad he stepped up to the plate then. Shout out to him for that. I appreciate that. It's pretty absurd. Even Burgess was getting pulled into it. Mackenzie was like, "You're part of it." It's like, what? This is confusing and not true. Why though? It's like to go after a chatter too is bizarre. Like it's not even like another content creator. Like it's just fucking with random people for no reason. Well, except that yeah, she sucks and is incredibly hostile. But fighting fire with fire isn't the answer. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's a public figure because you were mentioned in a local news article. It's not how that works, silly. When you get closer to club, I'll cash out pounds. Yo, let's go. Let's go. We've got the producers on board. Let's fucking go. I'm so excited. I'm like at the point where I need to like book the hotel already. And I think I have enough funds for that. I don't know how much it costs for like, I guess it'd be 4 nights, but and we're gonna probably, I imagine, share a room with like 2 beds. The bitches can take turns on who wants to sleep with mommy Ruby. I smoke Newports and do not try them. They're bad. Don't do it. Burger says Southern joined Manboy's stream to have it out with her, and she refused to go up and face the person she was slandering. Unbelievable. I heard she was doxing Cut Up too, which is so fucked. I'm so sick of this weirdo shit. It's like just handle yourself normally. If someone hurts your feelings, just cope with it and move on. Don't like make it your life's mission to destroy them, dox them, go after family, frame people, slander people. What are we doing? Like, you gotta be careful. PayPal is how my how the original sucker got my name, which is how he was able to get like all my doxing info. And then I guess he used like facial recognition software to find my old cam videos, then smear those. And it's just been, what is with these people? Like, I don't think I'm famous like that. It's so niche. By the end of the night, even Pro himself was like, I'm done with this. Oh my. I mean, who knows? I'm sure there's all kinds of like trolls also just like revving up Mackenzie and, I mean, she's like a Thorpe simp. Who knows what they say like, behind the scenes? It's what they say in public is insane. Keep it niche, keep it safe, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Getcock. Thank you to people who donated, much appreciated. And like I said, plane tickets are purchased. And the next step is Daler sent me some hotel links I want to check out and see how much it is for 4 nights. But I think I have enough to at least do that. And then, you know, there's still several weeks until it's happening. So we're doing pretty good. Dead man will never say Pro's name again. Wow. Yeah, Pro takes things too far too. That's what I was saying. That's why this is Boyd. And the same with like fucking Jeremy. Jeremy's like, I'm leaving Boyd. Dude, you literally just said the N word like 80 times. You're not leaving Boyd, bruh. Unless you change your fucking attitude, man. You can't do that shit. Same with the Thorpes. It's like these people who have like some talent are just too mentally ill to make it happen. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, you want to be in the girls trip? Just one of the gals. Pro apologized. That's good. That's the thing with Pro too, is it's hard to stay mad at him because it's like, and this is why I was like framing this came up earlier. I was talking to someone and they're like, we're talking about how like, the Thorpes go after my family and my brother like day in and day out and have been really disgusting and fixated on that. But people compare that to the D-Dog situation, which is someone in a highly emotional state who said something terrible and then like apologize for it. But they still are um really awful person, but not as awful as other people. Yeah, and this is Pro's done this before, and there have been times where he wasn't allowed on my panel or because it's just not okay. There needs to be like some boundaries, some lines. Otherwise, it's just all self-sabotage. But people are emotionally unhinged, but it makes a big difference when someone apologizes and at least tries to somewhat change the behavior versus like, someone saying something upset, apologizing for it versus someone digging in something day in and day out for 2 fucking years, doxing all parties involved, stating it's their explicit mission for me to have the same outcome, saying my mother wanted my brother to die. Like, this is a daily thing from them. It's like such a different situation than the deduct thing. But even that obviously was fucking ridiculous. People are just so broken. Oh, one of our Lol Angels success stories. Mm, mm-mm. Yeah, and he just well, children are next level. And like I just wish I could just be like a don't ever go after family thing. Because it's like, okay, you can apologize, sometimes mistakes were made. I've obviously made mistakes, not in like a threatening way, but in an argument about edgy jokes, try to make a point about why we shouldn't joke about stuff like that. But, you know, full disclosure, obviously I fucked up too. But it's an important thing to apologize and try to change the behavior. When someone doesn't apologize and continues the behavior day in and day out, it's just a different situation. Wow. Carl threatening harm and torture of children. Yeah, and he does that to like women all the time too, and the like constant fixating on different women to like hate on. He's done it to me, but like once, I've known him enough online to like I know he's fairly far away. He makes a lot of threats he doesn't like follow through on. He doesn't like pull up on people as far as I know. But when he gets mad, it's like anything goes. Like would like to kill you, and ultimately I would try not having him in my panels just out of respect for like other women in the audience because it's triggering to hear like some man scream about like rape and murder because of getting backstaged at a panel. Like we need to do better, people. This is absurd. Hey, it's a quantum. Par was told it was too far and he continued and went worse. Oh my gosh. If the facts his brain goes, that is big red flag facts. I I don't get it. It's just too crazy, even for me. I get cracked cooking it up. Definitely trying to converse. Let's see. Bro is a grown man over 30. He's responsible for his own actions. Tired of people blaming mental illnesses. Yeah, it's just tough when someone is like, it's not about, I mean, it doesn't justify it, but it does give like some more context as to why someone might have this issue if they're like severely non-functioning autistic or whatever. But it's still totally valid to decide like I don't want to associate with this person anymore. That's totally valid. And honestly, there needs to be, for any community or channel to grow, there needs to be some standard. Otherwise, it just devolves into like a not fun place to hang out and just becomes too much and like a risk for chatters, even. Going after chatters is fucking crazy, dude. Don't make excuses for his vile behavior. Boundaries are required 100%. Yeah. And I don't want to make it sound like an excuse. It's just not, I don't know. I just think it's when someone is like severely socially impaired, that's the exact kind of like symptom of it. It doesn't make it okay or that it should be tolerated, but it can be helpful insofar as like understanding what causes that kind of stuff, you know? But yeah, it's not okay. I personally am not gonna, it's just too much of a risk. But Paro's been wanting to spill my blood anyway for like 2.5 years since I put him backstage on a panel. It's like actually crazy. Man, Masters of the Universe. I haven't seen that. Yeah, capacity doesn't mean you'll be the door. Yeah, and it's like I've definitely struggled with knowing where to draw boundaries with people, and I think that's part of the reason why I have like these repeat issues because I'll like forgive and forget, but then I'm not. I'm just taking into consideration my own feelings and not sometimes not taking into consideration like the audience's feelings as much. And even on a small channel, you still have to, you become somewhat accountable for how things go down in your chat, or you become accountable to it if you're not enforcing things. So I don't know. But it's not okay. I don't want it to sound like I say it's okay. It's really gross and bizarre. It's not okay when Jeremy yells the N-words. Like, why are we doing this, dude? Like, and then say you're gonna do an exodus from white from what? Like being a Thorpe stamp? I doubt that's changing. That and the N-word stuff is gonna keep you anchored to the bottom of wherever the fuck you are for the rest of your life. Like, be so for real, dude. He's like, "Oh, my channel's not gonna get messed up." It quite literally has. Like, all these people can't keep channels. King doesn't have a fucking YouTube channel. Like, they get nuked all the time because of the like lack of ability to control output. Catching fish is hard, okay? It's not. I only went fishing when I was super young in like a lake in like the New Fairfield, Danbury area. But I did not like it. Like I caught a fish once and it went like through its eye and never again. Never again. Although, like I said, I think it is more ethical than like getting factory farm fish. And yes, fish are absolutely factory farmed. Pretty easy to Google. Look, her rabbit friend is there. I think it has babies. I could have sworn I saw like a baby rabbit just straight up hopping around yesterday. Look at this guy lives back here. Hey, this is one of my outdoor celebrity pets. Probably some deer out there. Yeah. There's a lot of cool critters and stuff. I haven't seen any deer yet, but I see that rabbit and like blue jays and stuff and the osprey and herons like all the time. Super cool. But I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream. So any final thoughts, people? It looks like a domesticated breed. Dude, that could happen. I remember once my old roommate just found like a huge, obviously domesticated rabbit just out in the park and like brought it home. It was gigantic and obviously it was like it just like went right up to them. So it was either like sick or domesticated. Yeah. Oh, little birdie. I've said before, Thorpes are trash. Ruby and Jeremy do amazing things on their own. It's the trash that is always clout goblins, trolls hating on each other, actually doing facts. And it's not to say like I've fucked up. Jeremy's, "Oh, there's the fucking baby I told you. I fucking told you. Dude, oh my goodness. So she's queen lobster. Jesus, hallelujah. At least I do. I genuinely don't want to hurt other people. I just want to try to have fun doing content, like act ridiculous online, but I don't want to like take things to that level. It's annoying. Hi, baby. I'm your new neighbor. I really like carrot apple ginger juice. Hi. Look at the ears. What a baby. Dude, I'm gonna have to do like celebrity wildlife as a segment or just expand celebrity pets to be including this. Yes, you and Jeremy are not perfect. We both actually apologize and change paper. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's an important difference. And that's, you know, that element of things gets lost to some people who don't, ever feel genuine remorse or regret. Like there are people who are like somewhat psychopaths or they don't have empathy. So they really can't even perceive how they're harming other people. But generally, if I harm someone else, it harms me as well. It just makes me feel terrible about myself and guilty. I do have like a bird feeder. Damn it, I just super set it up. All right, I'm gonna go chill out before work and see what the options are with the cop situation. Um, I made up a knock knock joke just now for Annie Casparian. All right, we'll hear the joke and then log off. Zoom in on the web and say, that's all, folks. Celebrity wildlife, right? There's enough people, and boy, even Brantley's joining in with her turtle videos. It's definitely taking off. Very cool though. Little baby rabbit. Wop, wop. You can put a little tray of nuts for the bunnies to get addicted to them and love you. Oh. It's like how drug dealers work. Yeah, shout out to Get Crack for the memberships. It's really nice. God is good. Hallelujah. And yeah, I'm trying not to get too sidetracked by the bullshit and just focus on the good things in my life and take legal action when it's necessary. But it's really more of a last resort when people refuse to stop doing certain things. Mm, people are just stubborn and petty and weird. Yeah, can we please have like a bill of rights? Like just stop doxing people, stop going after family. I don't get it. And also, like, people are like, oh, it's not doxing. You can find their info online. You can find everyone's info online. Like, having social media on any level doesn't make you a public figure. There's so much confusion about how the law actually works. It's pretty sure. Anyway, but yes, everyone, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'm gonna go get some things done and then I have to go into work. But tomorrow, yeah, today's Tuesday. So yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be on the BYB podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So